I did not think this day would ever come. I thought this was always gonna be a myth. I never thought there was a such thing as a Pokemon Insurgence battle simulator. I've always been hearing myths about it. I've been hearing discussions about it. But I never saw it actually existed until now. We officially have a Pokemon Insurgence battle simulator. I don't know how long it's been around, but there's only 5 people online, so I'm assuming nearly no one knows about its existence. So I don't feel too bad. Wow, Slurpuff and UUBL, my goodness. This I am going to be spending an extremely long time taking a look at this thing. And I'm also going to mess around with my sister later. She doesn't play competitive, but I mean I can let her mess around with it. Looks like yeah, looks like everything's until only Gen 6. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So I want to look at everything, every single Delta Pokemon, every single like new Pokemon. Like, did Amoonguss get a buff? Okay, well, it's weird seeing Achilles heel here all the time. Corrode, of course, hit steel types. That could be. I don't know how good that is on Amoonguss. I feel like Amoonguss wouldn't really change what it runs. Huh. It's weird being back in when there's hidden power. I've been playing a decent amount of Scarlet and Violet. Let's start with Arcanine since that's the top one. I never was that much of a fan of Delta Arcanine, but I never was a huge fan of regular Arcanine. So, alright, let's see. It has Intimidate and Multi-Scale. I have no idea which one's better on Arcanine. Does it get a setup move? I was really hoping to see Swords Dance here. Never mind. There is Swords Dance. Okay, so SD Extreme Speed sounds dangerous. Would Draco Jet be good on it? That's interesting. Like, if we run a set like this or something like that, would that be cool? Oh, I get to see all the shinies. I haven't seen all the shiny deltas yet. That would be this would be pretty cool though. Oh, they're all at level 120. Yeah, let's lower that. Let's lower that to level 100. All right. Because I saw the speeds down, I was like, what? Let's set it to Adamant. I think this would be a pretty cool set. Maybe swap Draco Jet out for something like, I don't know, Achilles heel. Alright, moving on. Delta Auroras. I love Delta Auroras. And today I just saw the ability Phototroph, restoring 1-8. It's basically self-sufficient from Radical Red, which if you don't know what that is, here it is. This one has weather shenanigans. This is insane. Now, I don't really want to use Permafrost. If you guys don't know, Permafrost, you set a bunch of it down, and a Pokemon switching in has a chance to be frozen by Permafrost. And the more Permafrost you set down, the higher the chance. I heard it was banned in the official competitive Insurgents because extremely luck based. You know competitive Pokemon, they like to ban luck based things. What would be a good set for this though? I don't actually know what Delta Auroras would run. I did think it would be good because once you remove Auroras' bad typing, it's got some pretty good stats. It's like Recover Calm Mind Dual Stabs. Is that what we run? I don't know. Alright, well, let's move on to the next Delta. Mega Delta Bisharp. This is a pretty interesting one. Mega Delta Bisharp. So this thing has Technician. Oh, Wind Force. I never heard of this one. I don't know all the hidden abilities. So like, there's probably a good chunk of hidden abilities that I don't know about, unless like an important trainer uses them, such as I can't think of an example right now. But yeah, I didn't never heard of Wind Force because no one uses Delta Bisharp in game. I'm pretty sure. I don't think any important trainers have Delta Bisharp. I haven't really played the hard mode much, so I don't really know the hard mode teams. I know that Adam has Delta Roserade in hard mode. Wind Force. Oh, interesting. So now let's look at this. So Technician's pretty cool. It boosts acrobatics, but I think aerial ace would be better. Boosting Achilles heel is pretty interesting. I don't want to see this Achilles heel everywhere. What would be a fighting move that could get boosted? Mach Punch, that's pretty good. I'm assuming you learn Swords Dance. Do you not learn Swords Dance? Huh. I heard the regular Mega Bisharp got banned. I don't know if it's true, so I guess we run Bulk Up instead. What are the stats here? Alright, alright. Definitely want to go Adamant. And then the speed, level 120. Level 100. I'm not going to be testing it out because I feel like it's going to be impossible to find a battle. Oh, what's a shiny? I forgot about the shiny. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't think the shinies would be good. Trio 9. I think we'll leave it there. It's Speed type Lander Starion. I guess knockoff would be the last one. No, that doesn't make much sense. What would be the last move that this thing would run? God, this is so cool. Drain Punch? Maybe we could go specially defensive. I don't know. Oh, Roost, of course, Roost. I mean, we could still go specially defensive. Roost. Hmm. Maybe enough. No, we don't. Who cares about Run and Wash? I think Max Attack is still the way. I like going 2 for 8 HP because Stealth Rock. It's not necessary, but I like it. I guess we just go this. Alright, now let's look at regular Mega Bisharp. With Moxie. So it has the same stats. Does Bisharp have any new moves in Pokemon Insurgents? I'm pretty sure no. Dark Matter is a terrible move. Alright, what's next? Delta Blaziken. Gale Wings Delta Blaziken. Gen 6 Gale Wings. That was broken. Well, they did give it to only Talonflame, which has a pretty mediocre attack, but Delta Blaziken has 120 attack. That's not mediocre, and I'm pretty sure it gets Swords Dance. I could have sworn these things got Swords Dance. Not Choice Scarf, Choice Band. Sorry about the Discord notifications. I can never stop those. Join the Discord server, by the way. We play fake Roblox Pokemon there, but I kind of want to expand to actual Pokemon. Would a set like this work? Or do we like swap one of these moves out? Oh my god, the shiny is amazing. This is a ridiculous shiny. Alright, now let's look at Delta Chandelure. I heard that this is definitely one of the best ones, Fairy Aura. I'm pretty sure I heard it got Fairy Aura. Now let's see, what could we run on this? I think Moonblast, Earth Power, and Fire Blast. I I did think it was pretty funny. They gave a few Fire type Scald, and it's kind of ridiculous. But they also gave Colossal Scald, so I don't know what to say. Both this and regular Pokemon. I think a Weak Armor set would actually be pretty cool. A Weak Armor with a Focus Sash, and pair it with a Rapid Spin or Defog Pokemon. What would the Rapid Spinners and Defoggers be in this tier? This tier is huge, so there's probably some. A Weak Armor set with, I guess, Calm Mind? I don't think it gets Nasty Plot. That's a pretty cool shiny. Not one of the best ones, but still pretty cool. Zard-Et. Not Zardex, just Delta Zard. Draco Meteor. Now, what's pretty cool is that we can use Lunar Cannon here. Lunar Cannon's a 2-turn move. I don't know why they made it so weak. A lot of the moves they added in Pokemon Insurgents, the exclusive moves, are either really bad or they're Permafrost. And its equivalent Livewire, which does the same thing with Paralysis. You don't need to charge into Darkness, though. Darkness is actually a new weather effect. If you're wondering what this Noctum does, oh, Dark Aura and Spirit Call. I know what Spirit Call is, of course, but I didn't realize it got Dark Aura. But Noctum, that's where it's at. This has a lot of effects. Now, I need to recheck that. I did not mean to do that. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. There we go. That's better. I think Flamethrower doesn't have that wide of a move, but I used to think Zard got a lot of moves, but I guess not. But yeah, Darkness, I think if I remember by memory, I think it weakens fairy moves. I've actually seen the shiny before. Weakens fairy moves, boosts ghost and dark moves? I have no idea. It's a lot. Now Mega Crawdon here, that's a pretty cool one. This thing is a Crawdon that's fast. A Dragon Dance would be pretty scary. Still has adaptability and still really strong, but they also gave it some bulk. So, like, I can see why it's OU. Audrey uses it, of course, as her main Pokemon. Delta Dragonite. This is interesting. What do you do? Because, looking at it, I don't think you do that much. Yeah, it just has a lot of, like, attacks. Why is Last Resort a useful move? Fails unless each known move has been used. Yeah, same. It's the same. They get changed. I guess Swift Swimmer. I did hear that Delta Dragonite was a really strong Swift Swimmer. Now Mega Feraligatr, that's a pretty cool one. It looks kind of weird. It does look kind of weird, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like the bulk, speed, and attack are all good. What would I run on this? I think I'd want to go Dragon Dance. Swords Dance would be good too, but I think I'd go Dragon Dance. Mega Flygon. I already knew from day one, ever since I saw this, I knew it was one of the best Pokemon ever. Oh yeah, Dracon voice. This thing pretty much has a set moveset. You're pretty much always using these. Now, maybe I could be dumb. Maybe some people would swap Ancient Roar for a fire move or swap something out for U-turn. I don't know. This is an incredible Pokemon. Now, Delta Frostlass, I didn't think this would belong in OU. I didn't know much about it in general. I did not know it got this many coverage moves. Whenever I use this in a Nuzlocke, it always has like no move coverage. It's just 4 fire moves every single time. But I guess at those times I didn't have Energy Ball and I didn't bother checking to see if it had Earth Power. And it also gets Fiery Dance, so we could go all out attacking, of course. But I also saw oh my god, Green Flames. We're crazy about the Blue Flame shiny fire types, but now the Green Flame shiny fire type. Now Stealth Rock spikes, that's pretty cool, but I feel like there's other Pokemon that can do that in this meta. Mega Delta Gallade doesn't have a crazy ability, but it does have a very powerful offensive combination. So even though there's nothing crazy about it, I see why it belongs in this tier. I see why it's in this tier. Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, yes, Nuzzle. Where's Wild Charge? There it is, and Swords Dance. A lot of Delta Pokemon have some crazy move pools, which I like. Now, Delta Gardevoir. What do you do in a competitive sense? I guess you have lots of coverage. Obviously, swap one of these out for an actual electric move. I guess it's just an overall strong attacker. You could go Calm Mind, but honestly, I think Mega Gardevoir regular is still better. Like this one over here. Delta Haxorus. Let's see. Heavy Metal doubles his weight, so that makes Heavy Slam pretty cool. But seeing that has Bullet Punch, would a Swords Dance Bullet Punch Aqua Jet set be better? No, I don't know about that. Now that's Strong Jaw. I feel like there has to be a stat move that benefits from Strong Jaw, but I guess not. Just go this? Okay, maybe we do go Heavy Metal. I don't know how heavy this thing is exactly though. Where's Heavy Slam? I know it learns Heavy Slam. Yeah, Heavy Slam. So I guess you go like this? Huh. Interesting. Oh, that shiny just makes it black. Like, it would look good if it wasn't already so dark in color. This thing is incredible. Delta Hydreigon I know is a really good one. Because Intoxicate, that's just one of the 8 moves, but for poison moves. One of the 8 abilities for poison moves. Now what normal moves does this thing get? Achilles Heel would be pretty cool. It seems like a lot of these Pokemon are tailored to use Achilles Heel. Scrolling through, I'm not seeing anything too crazy. I'm really just seeing Stab Hyper Voice, and that's it. So, Hyper Voice, and then you pair it with Earth Power, and you hit basically every type. Now, and of course, if Skarmory is relevant in the meta, we can run that. We can run Flamethrower, and then Roost with a Life Orb. We can also swap Roost out because that's kind of counterintuitive, and maybe like Stealth Rock or U-turn. Okay, so if we run like Choice Scarf, there's so many things we can do with all these deltas. I love this. Delta Lopunny. This thing is pretty interesting. I don't like the design, but it's pretty interesting. This is one of the few deltas I'm not a huge fan of the design. However, competitively, I've never used it before, but I've always wanted to because it looks really interesting to use competitively. It has so many things you can do. Like, I didn't even put a fighting move because, like, would you run this or would you swap Lovely Kiss out for? Does it get Swords Dance? No shot, right? Yeah. Would you just go Sucker Punch or would you like give it Bulk Up? I don't think regular Mega Lopunny would use Bulk Up, but there's a lot of stuff you can do. Also, it's Infiltrator for like substitute, so that's pretty cool. Now Delta Lucario. What does this do? Regular Mega Lucario got banned from OU because of its ability. This one, okay, Knockout's pretty cool. Bone Meringue, I don't think it would use that. I think Earthquake would be better. I guess it's just a general attacker. Oh, it does get Sucker Punch though. Like +2 Sucker Punch sounds very scary. Alright, seems pretty solid. Now let's move on to this. I love how they have an actual meta with this. What's down here? Mega Medicham, Athenian. Doubles the special attack, of course. What would this run? I didn't think it would be OU. Mega Medicham's in OU. This would also be OU. I'm not sure what it would use though. I feel like it would just run as much coverage as possible. So, what hidden power would you run on this? Hidden power fire? I think fire is what you would run. Orange Sphere is pretty cool. Guess you would go like this, level 100. If I'm messing with the stats, I want to bring it to level 100. I didn't even realize this was not playing. Still loses out. Well, that makes the intro of this video extremely awkward. Alright, that should be fine. I can't hear it, but you guys can all hear it. Yeah, hidden power fire does lower the speed, so that probably isn't that ideal. I guess the ice would be fine. I'm not sure what hidden power you were running on it, to be exact. Now this one, I know this one's a monster. Filter making it pretty bulky, so I think a bulk up set would be pretty good because I'm pretty sure it does not learn bulk up. Okay, I'm pretty sure it learns a setup move. Relic Song. Oh, Relic Song. Okay, hold up here. Hold up. We're going crazy right now. Wait. What the heck, man? Why doesn't it get Moonblast? Alright, fine, we're running this. I think it would be pretty cool to use the ooh, okay. Like the mime form, magician form, that's what it's called. Not pirouette, it's magician. Delta Metagross. Crystal Fragment would be pretty cool to make it a crystal one. I have no idea how good the crystal one is though. Crystal Rush, that's a pretty fun one. Now this thing gets Diamond Storm, which is pretty nice. However, Delta Metagross doesn't use Diamond Storm. I know what this thing can do. This thing's ridiculous. This thing is extremely strong. I think I would run a set looking a bit like this, and the last move would be Earthquake or Drain Punch. And maybe not Drain Punch. But something like this would be really good, I feel. Yeah, this would be really strong. As for the Spider Gross, as I've seen people call it, Spider Gross. You are... Oh, you get Poison Heal. I didn't realize you got Poison Heal. Again, I've never really had the hidden ability, so this thing can be a really annoying sticky whip hazard setter. It gets every single hazard, which is pretty funny. It gets every hazard. I don't think you would run every hazard. I think you would definitely slot in an attack somewhere, like maybe leave Stealth Rock to another Pokemon. That's not what I meant to do, but I guess it works. Super Fang would be pretty cool too. This is pretty fun. The Metagross. Ooh, Mega Poliwrath. I know what you do. No Guard Dynamic Punch. Machampu. Now, it doesn't have any other low accuracy moves to abuse. Oh, Hypnosis. Yeah, I forgot about Hypnosis. I can abuse that. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. And then I guess the last move you run would be Water Ball. Unless you want to run like a different sound on this Poliwrath than what I'm doing here. I just think this one's pretty cool. It has a huge attack stat, unlike regular Poliwrath, who does not have that huge of an attack stat. The Delta Regis. I know what these guys already do. I recently watched a video about all the best things, and I know that the Delta Regis are just immovable. And that now Delta Registeel appeals to me the most because Stealth Rock plus its ability Foundry. Foundry makes rock moves fire types and then stronger. So basically an 8 move, but 8 ability, but not for normal moves. Now this is really awesome. This can do some annoying stuff. If this was a heavy duty boots meta, I'd probably go for knockoff. But of course we don't have heavy duty boots. I definitely think the fire type is holding Registeel back. Foundry is of course great, but being fire type itself isn't as good. Alright, what's next? Delta Roserade. It gets Limb Resistant ability, which is weird. These two new abilities, so Heliophobia heals it in darkness, and Shadow Dance doubles its speed. So I'm assuming this is paired with Delta Mega Delta Zard. As for its moves, it gets Lovely Kiss and Lunar Cannon. If you're always gonna be using this thing under darkness, which is kind of weird that they designed it and made it a fairy type. The design makes sense, but it being a fairy type, that doesn't really work in the darkness because it gets weaker in there. So I guess Moonblast out of darkness. Does Moonlight get... How is Moonlight affected in darkness? I don't know. Not Heal Bell. I don't think that makes sense. I guess Calm Mind. Let's get Nasty Plot. We haven't done a single Nasty Plot thing yet. But yeah, like if you're running this with Shadow Dance, I think this would be pretty cool. I don't know. Is Bulky set better? I don't know. Now the Scizors. This thing gets adaptability, which is pretty good. I guess Super Luck is the ability. That's pretty fun. Adaptability is extremely powerful on this thing. Adaptability Ice Shard is very strong. And when you pair it with Swords Dance, it's even stronger. So if you go like this, or maybe go even more offensive, instead of Ruse you run Knockoff or something, this thing is ripped! Alright, so next is Delta Superior. Okay. Now I know it gets Drizzle. It's by far the best Drizzle Pokemon ever, besides freaking Kyogre. But honestly, it might be better than Kyogre because of its utility. Because it has utility moves. Like Thunder Wave, and Kyogre has Thunder Wave. As Knockoff, that's something I guess over Kyogre. It has U-Turn. U-Turn is the main thing here. U-Turn is the main thing I'm thinking of. But I'm sure this thing can do other stuff. I'm sure this thing can do other things. And I also like the shiny. I know it's not flashy, but I love green. Delta Snorlax. Oh my god! I didn't know they got adaptability. This get Woodhammer? It gets Woodhammer. So this is just a really brute Snorlax. Like, if we go Assault Vest on it, at least I think Assault Vest would be good. It's Knockoff as well. Play rough. Lots of coverage. This thing is way better than I used to think it was. Like, I never realized just how good this thing was. Oh, Change Sprite, I forgot. There's all the other types of Delta Snorlax. Let's just a Snowy one. Why not? Oh, Mega Spiritomb. This is easily one of my favorite Pokemon. With Noctum, and then you give it Tough Claws. That sounds ridiculous. This is another Noctum Pokemon. So, Mega Spiritomb. I love Spiritomb. Absolutely one of my favorite Pokemon. So when you do Mega Spiritomb, that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna like it. Now it gets a lot of cool moves too. They buffed Spiritomb and gave it Knockoff and Shadow Claw? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. It gets Shadow Claw in Pokemon Insurgents. I know that for sure. Not because I taught a Spiritomb that, but because... Oh my god, it looks so scary with all that red stuff. But because I'm pretty sure Persephone's Mega Spiritomb had Shadow Claw in like the normal mode. And maybe probably in the other modes too. So that's kind of weird. But yeah, they gave it Shadow Claw and Knockoff. Now as for Mega Stunfisk, this is one of the most broken things ever. Mega Stunfisk is really bulky. And has a pretty good typing. But what makes it broken is the fact that it has freaking Athenian. The ability from Mega Medicham. So yeah. This thing's broken. You can also just slap Stealth Rock on it if you want to. Mega Stunfisk is broken. What else we got? What the heck? Okay, I never thought this would be an OU, but I need to check the others first. Next up, we have Delta Typhlosion with Supercell. Oh, that pun. No, I don't actually remember what Supercell does, but I know it has an interaction with the rain. I know that this is absolutely a rain sweeper. So you're pairing this with Superior all the time. They have a lot of crazy weather stuff in this meta. So yeah, you can run a set like this, and under the raid, Thunder's a nuke. And that's why we're using Thunder instead of Thunderbolt. Oh, I just realized I glossed over Mega Milotic. What does Prism Guard do? I completely forgot. It's been a while since I've seen some of these. Did they give it Calm Mind? Ah, they didn't give it Calm Mind. So this is just your generic Milotic, to be honest. But hey, it's really bulky, and I feel like Prism Guard is kind of like Filter. I don't fully remember. It's also really strong. Yeah, Mega Milotic's pretty interesting. Also, Skarmory is in the metagame. Now next up we have Armored Tyranitar, which is just Tyranitar, and as you can see here, it has better bulk. You can see over here, 143 defense, 130 special defense. This thing's insane. Now this is a really powerful sweeper because they gave Delta Venusaur the ability Hubris. Hubris is just special Moxie, so it's basically Grim Neigh in later generations. So this is a pretty crazy Calm Mind sweeper that also has Psycho Boost. So it's basically Magearna. I have to pause the music. Wait, I need to pause again. Dang it. All right, we're back. Now this is what I was crazy about. Why is this in OU? Now I think Vespiquen's a pretty cool Pokemon, and I actually love the Delta Vespiquen. But I don't understand why it's OU. Now I never knew I had Speed Boost. But even with Speed Boost, I'm not sure. I'm a little skeptical about this being OU. What? This Pokemon? I mean, I'm not complaining. Pretty cool, but I don't understand how it's OU. I love that shiny too. Green Fire. They're really just going with the Green Fire in this. And finally, the last thing I want to look at is gonna be Mega Zebstrika, which they made Zebstrika good, which is not something you see every day. When is Zebstrika ever really good? It has a lot of options too. Calm Mind is... Oh, it doesn't have Calm Mind. Never mind. Now we're gonna move into UUBO. UUB or OU by technicality. Nothing really here. UUBL, I did check the... we did see it earlier. The only thing that really caught my eye was Slurpuff. I didn't think they'd shove this into UUBL. It got banned from UU. And speaking of which, we're going to take a look at UU now, which has Mega Absol officially in it. Does Mega Absol get any buff in this? I don't think so. Okay. Alright, Delta Aggron's in it. Delta Aggron's UU. Alright, what does this thing do? I feel like an Autotomized set would be pretty cool. But at the same time, oh yeah, it gets Drow. I didn't look at heavy. I also didn't know it got Heavy Metal. So I guess a set like this and whatever last move they're like, yeah, they really like giving random Pokemon just knockoffs, even if their regular forms don't have it. And I guess you can run Earthquake and then max speed, and that would be pretty cool. It's like something like this. And then you give it a life orb. Oh, Blue Fire too. I forgot this one was... I did see the shiny before, but man, that's cool. Oh, Sandstream. I didn't know this got Sandstream, so does it get Recover? That'll be weird. The Rock. Oh, it gets Slack Off. Alright, so basically the same. And it gets a bunch of hazards. So you could run something like this, and then go specially defensive, and it can actually take some special hits. So like, let's see, if we set it to level 100, what's its special defense? Let's give it leftovers. 210, so yeah, with the boost, it becomes like 315, which is not nearly as high as the physical defense, but this thing can tank. Oh! Wait, what? I heard this thing was Ubers, why is this thing down here? Personally, I agree with it being Ubers. This thing is monstrous. But maybe I'm overestimating it. Maybe I'm overestimating it. Maybe it's not as good as I thought. Because Boom Burst, basically, the ability Amplifier, if you guys don't know, boosts sound moves in this game. By 1.2 or 1.3, I can't remember. Boom Burst is a sound move. Stab coming from Stab makes this insane. Now, I've already taken a look at Delta Bisharp. Pretty cool. Mega Blastoise. Now, this thing's the only UU. Interesting. Does it not get Shell Smash? It looks like they scammed the Blastoise and they give it Shell Smash. They did, however, give it Mega Launcher and also a Hazard, which I didn't know. So they've given this boy Hazard and Mega Launcher, which boosts a lot of its moves. Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, and Dragon Pulse all get boosts. What moves did I run on this? Oh my god, someone must have come in. That was incredibly rude, but I've also decided that in that time frame, I've decided that a Nasty Plot set would probably be scarier. Usually whenever I see a Nasty Plot set in-game, they're just spamming Nasty Plot, so everything's fine. They made it Bowser. I'm pretty sure that was intentional, them making it Bowser. Ooh, Delta Darmanitan. Wonder Skin's a pretty cool ability. Status moves with accuracy checks are 50% accurate. That's pretty cool. Now, just get a setup move. Basically, Delta Darmanitan's forcing you to hit it, which I don't think is that great. Because Darmanitan doesn't have bulk. But I think a Scarf Set is definitely pretty fun. I'm pretty sure Taiyan uses a Scarf Set in-game. So this is pretty cool. And the last move would be Superpower, I guess. Something along those lines. What else we got? Blissey, Celebi, Chandelure. Okay, I didn't think that would be in this tier. Cloyster, love Cloyster. Cresselia being in this tier is interesting. As much as I love Cresselia, I know it's not that good. But it's pretty interesting to see that it's not fallen to the next tier down. Now, this thing, I love its ability, Irrelevant. Basically, it ignores immunities. I'm thinking that's what it does. Ignores immunities, which is a pretty good ability. So, like, this is a pretty nice support Pokemon. Really bulky, of course. I would probably go specially defensive on something like this, but at the same time, with Irrelevant, you probably want to make use of Irrelevant. But I guess it's good enough. Now, moving on to the next batch of UUs. What do we got? I never understood Mega Eevee. I've been hearing that this is broken. But based on the type of move it uses, it transforms into an evolution. How does that make it broken? Like, how does that make it broken? If it just does, I guess it transforms at will. I guess I don't know. I never understood it. This thing has simple source hits and Trick Room. So basically, it's a Nutty Sweeper. I immediately, as soon as I see this, I know what it does. I know what this thing does. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous and hilarious. Especially when you see that it's a cute Escavalier. Or at least it's trying to be cute. It's an Escavalier trying to be cute. Now, Arbit Flagon, what's the bulk of it? It's alright, pretty solid, but it's probably not. I see why it's not OU. Now, Mega Frostblast, this thing gets fur coat. So it's basically pretty bulky. Which, coming from Frostblast, I never thought I'd say that. So what moves does it get? Ice Beam. Oh yeah, it's also pretty strong. Not super strong, but it's decently strong. And then I guess we can run a set something along the lines of this. I guess? Maybe you want to run more bulk on it? I don't know what we run a Mega Frostblast. I never really use it. Now, Mega Goodra and regular Goodra's you use. Oh yeah, it was also like that. I don't know. I called it Mega Goodra. It's Delta Goodra. Alright, looks like its abilities aren't anything crazy. I guess Gooey would be the best. I know it has a lot of coverage. Explosion? I didn't know it had Explosion. I've never seen it have Explosion before in all my time playing this game. But yeah, I can see why this thing would be UU. It's a pretty good tank. Not OU. I don't think it would be OU worthy. But I can see it as a case for UU. And yeah, I definitely want to use physically defensive on this. Assault Vest might be better because of all the coverage it gets. But how relevant is that coverage? Like, it comes down to that. Oh, Mega Gothitelle. Ethereal Shroud. I completely forgot what Ethereal Shroud did. I know it's a pretty cool ability. Oh, wait. I think it removes the... I think it adds Ghost type to its defensive type. Not like offensively, but defensively. I think. I don't fully remember. It's like, is it weak to... I guess it makes it weak to Dark. 2 times weak to Bug, I think. It's so difficult to remember. Not Shadow Ball. I don't want to run that. I'd probably run Heal Bell. Or... Trick Room as the last move? Is it still Gothitelle speed? Yeah, it's still Gothitelle speed. So I guess Trick Room would be pretty okay. I can see this doing a lot of stuff in VGC, but we're not looking at VGC here. We're looking at single battle, and that's a pretty cool Mega. I mean, shiny. This has Prankster, which I didn't know about. So basically, you have Prankster Spikes, so you're pretty much guaranteed a bunch of good spikes. Prankster Taunt is pretty good. Prankster Switcheroo is pretty fun. Yeah, this thing can do some pretty interesting things. Oh, especially defensive. What is wrong with you, game? I'd probably go Modest on it. I don't know what we run on this. Is this an offensive Pokemon or a defensive Pokemon? Because Prankster, not defensive, support. Hoopa, Delta Hoopa. Now, I think has Aeroblast, but I don't think it has much else. I guess it's just a general attacker type thing. like Aeroblast, Heat Wave, and then I'm not sure. Thunderbolt? I don't know. Is this what you run on this? Now moving on, Yu. Alright, looks like some general Yu Pokemon. Mega Meganium. I don't like the design of this. But I guess it's pretty cool that they made Meganium pretty good with Magic Bounce. So what would I run on this? I'd probably just go Hyper Bulky on this. Leech Seed, Giga Drain. Although it is a fairy type, so I'd probably swap Giga Drain out for Moonblast if it learns that, which it does. And then Heal Bell, which is... where is that? Oh, does this not get Heal Bell? Alright, then I'd probably run Toxic. I honestly might go physically defensive over especially defensive, but whatever.